Over the past 6 years, Nintendo has changed for the worse, which is not surprising and very expected of them considering their track record. But let me explain myself. Let me take you back to a simpler time, 2016, when you, the viewer, were a much happier and brighter person. Your spirits were higher and you were just generally more optimistic about life. The Wii U was on its last legs and it was a shit failure. They made it for babies and they marketed it for babies and they didn't release any video games on it, and Nintendo was like, shit, we fucked up. And Nintendo came to a realization on this. Children, they don't want to play Nintendo anymore. They want to watch CoComelon and they want to watch Valkyrae on Twitch. So, hot off the press was the next console, the Switch, and with it came a brand new marketing strategy targeted towards older folks. With this newer, more mature approach came a small, interesting little era between 2017 and 2019. The manufacturalistic head engineers at Nintendo spearheaded an inadvertent incursion containing some of the finest specimens you can imagine. In other words, there was a consistent trend of Nintendo adding some of the baddest women to their games. I'm talking hoes, I'm talking broads, and even if you will, I am talking about women. Even the people in the commercials were baddies.
She's bad too! She's bad too!
So let's look at that first year, 2017. What's on our plate? What are we eating today? Well, this year, this all couldn't fit on a plate. This was a multi-course meal. This was a Thanksgiving feast right here. First of all, Breath of the Wild. I mean, just goddamn, everyone remembers this. Ayo, Pog alert, ayo, ayo. If you were a 14-ish year old boy when this game came out, everybody has this scene ingrained deep into their minds and their memories. I'm just saying, videos like this one do not exist anymore. You just don't see them. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Pyra and Mithra. The parody on those madams are quite bold, you can say. Bold, that's a good word for it. I mean, what's better than one woman, a woman that turns into another one? It's so fucked. And you know what else was fucked is that rabbit character. Remember that? Her body, it was fucked up. The only thing better than two women is no woman. Hey, I'll be here all night, folks. I'll be here all night. Mario and Rabbids came out this year, and ARMS. Do you remember ARMS? Do you even remember this game? I'm sure you don't. Nobody remembers ARMS, but I'm sure you remember the baddies. The baddies, bro. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, bro. I'm getting sticky, bro. I'm getting sticky. 2018, we had the release of Super Smash Brothers, which, I mean, it's just got everyone in it. Every character is in this. Palutena, Samus, Zelda, but she's different. She's different in this game. Also, Palutena and there's just, oh my god, there's so much, etc, etc. 2019, Pokemon Sword and Shield hit the shelves. I don't suffer from mental illness, so I don't think that the Pokemon themselves are attractive. Let's get that out of the way first of all. That sheep girl is really cool, and I like the trainer with it's really strong. You know, I just really respect her strength. I think that's a very respectable quality. Ring Fit Adventure came out this year, which was like the second coming of the Wii Fit trainer, the most beautiful woman to ever grace this earth. She was just reimagined in such a circular way because it's a ring. Because it's a ring. And Fire Emblem came out this year too, which if you know, you know, and if you don't know, you'll never understand. This is where it starts to get off the rails a little bit. Animal Crossing came out, and I mean, to each their own. to each their own, but I'm not a freak. I'm not a monster. I don't have cognitive malfunctions, but to each their own. Pikmin 3? All I'm saying is I know that Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics does not have any bitches in it. It does not have a single hoe in it. Neither does Jump Rope Challenge, which, you know, not the best year compared to the past few years, but, you know, 2020, let's be a little optimistic for that year. You know, you never know what's on the horizon. It could be good. I mean, let's not get our hopes down. And to be honest, this year is not looking very good. I mean, we got Kirby, we got Wii Fit. Just looking at the commercials that Nintendo has released in the years before to now, it is very apparent. You can see the difference that is happening structurally in this company behind the scenes and the changes that they are trying to make beneath our noses. It really felt like for a moment there, Nintendo was on the right track in turning around from the failure of the Wii U, but now it is so clear that they are just going back to that stupid baby shit once again. And you know, I'm not gonna point any fingers. I am not gonna point any fingers, but I do know ever since Reggie left the company, it's been making these subtle changes. You know, I'm just saying, look at this man's eyes and tell me he did not play a contributing factor in creating Twintel. I mean, this dude was crazy. It's very obvious that ever since he left the company, there has been a stain. Now, I don't want to get into conspiracy theory territory, but I do want to bring up the Reggie termination theory, stating that he was exiled from the company because he was bringing the games towards a more mature approach that Nintendo did not like, and they removed him swiftly. They do not want us to know about this, but keep that in mind. Hand on my heart and my face to God in all seriousness, and this is extremely serious. It is so obviously apparent that Nintendo's content has been suffering as a result of these changes and going downhill fast. So what can we do about this and how can we help? Well, the truth is, there's nothing you can do about it. This company doesn't care, and you are meaningless.